which is Lectures on Fish Farming and Agriculture. And I want to bring to the podium the representative from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture who handled that particular section. He is Mr. Eze.
The Executive, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, the Director, Federal Ministry of Agriculture, Akwa Ibom State, the Commissioner of Ministry of Agriculture, Akwa Ibom State, the Director of Fishery Department, Ministry of Agriculture, Akwa Ibom State, the South-South Coordinator, the Akwa Ibom State Coordinator, the traditional rulers here, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this great event. My name is Mr. Chibubu Kelechi from Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Akwa Ibom State. I am the Fishery Field Officer here in Akwa Ibom State to lecture you people on fish farming. We all know that fish is one of the most proteinous meats that we have here in Nigeria. And aquaculture, the meaning of aquaculture is the management that involves the art of keeping and maintenance of aquatic organisms, including fish, under direct control for optimum growth and development. Why saying this? We have many aquatic animals and aquatic organisms, which fish is one of them. But here today we are mainly on the training of fish farming, and we have stages that you can embark before you start the fish farming. The first thing that will come in your mind before you start the fish farming is your site selection. What I mean by site selection, before you embark on it, you have to first of all research, make a very good location for your fish farming. Why saying this? You know, we have many things that can cause you, or maybe if you site your fish farming on uncomfortable place, things like predators. Under that predators, human being is also a predator. You can site your farm, a place that is not conducive, maybe at night, or maybe at a lonely time that you are not around. Human being can go there and harvest your fish. Another one, predator, is reptiles or birds. If you site your farm where that is not well protected from these predators, they will harm your farm. And in so doing, we have two types of pond. After you site, you choosing for a site, the next step that will come into your mind is construction of the pond. And we have two types of ponds, or several ponds. We have earthen pond. What I mean by earthen pond is the one that is being constructed on the ground. You will dig it and make sure that place is well prepared. And there are some steps that will be taken before constructing the earthen pond. First of all, you have to know the soil texture or structure of that particular soil that you want to construct your earthen pond. To know whether the soil can hold water. Because there are some soil that cannot hold water. If you introduce your water inside the earthen pond, maybe a few hours, the water will disappear. By so doing, the soil will absorb the water and your fish will all go dead. So you have to make a test of, take a soil sample, go to the lab, and check whether the soil can retain water. Then you can go ahead and construct your earthen pond. Then after the earthen pond, the second pond is what we call concrete pond. That concrete pond is being constructed with block. After casting the floor, you have to build a 4 feet height from the floor, well plastered and well arranged. 4 feet height from the surface of the place that you have casted. Meanwhile, while introducing the water inside the concrete pond, the volume of the water will be at the 3 feet. It will not come to up to that 4 feet, 3 feet from the 4 feet, so that the fishes will not jump out from the pond. Then before then, we do fertilize the pond. Fertilizing the pond. And we have about 3 steps that we normally use to fertilize the pond. Either you use organic, NPK, or SSP at 5 grams per meter, or you use urea or organic manure. Being a fishery scientist, we do advise people to go on using the organic manure because it's more profitable and it can give you a good fertilizer to your pond. What kind of organic manure can you use to fertilize your pond? Either you use the cow droppings, piggery droppings, or poultry droppings. These are the 3 organic manure that we normally use. But the most important, the one that is very, very good is the poultry dungs, or you can call it poultry droppings. How can you use it to fertilize your pond? After getting the dungs, you bag it and you put it inside the already constructed earthen or concrete pond. Like 20 kg or 15 kg, depending on the size of your pond. Then you put it there and you add water. Leaving it there for like 3 days. Then you remove it. And you stay there up to 1 week before you introduce your feed. The means of this fertilizing the pond It helps in production of organics, microorganisms, which the fish do feed on, like zooplankton, plankton, algae, and the rest of them. These are microorganisms that fish do feed on, apart from the artificial feed that are normally used feeding them. Then fertilizer application in the soil depends on how fertile or rich the pond is. Coming to the earthen pond, if you know that that area that is tutorial or you constructed the pond is well fertile, there is no need of you fertilizing that earthen pond. Then the second one, which is the most important in fish rearing, is water. As most of us have our houses, we do go there and sleep at night, relax, and do some other things. So do these fisheries. Water is their home. And if you do not have a good water management, you can never succeed in fish farming. Good water management. Water quality management. Fish and other marine organisms are directly influenced by the chemical, biological, and physical characteristics of their environments. Such aquarists should be aware about the changes that might occur in pond water and know how to measure this parameter. What we mean here is that you have to manage your water very, very well. You have to manage your water very, very well. Knowing when your water is being polluted so that you can find a means of controlling the polluted water. Water is important to fishes because it is their natural home and it provides food and oxygen for them, like I said earlier. How can you know a quality and a good water? First of all, you have to check the acidic level and the alkalinic level of that water. We do call it pH of water. Then if the acidic is very high, fishes can never survive. And if the alkaline is very, very high, they can also not survive in that particular environment. So therefore, knowing the pH of your water is very, very important. And the normal pH of acidic of any water is from 6 to 7, while the alkaline is from 7 to 8.5. If the thing is above 8.5, you know that you have a problem and your fish cannot survive. Then if it is below 6, the pH is below 6, you know that that water is very, very acidic. How can you control this acidic? You have some things that we can use to control it, like lime. We have chemical lime and we have natural lime. But we do advise people to go to that natural lime. How can you get that natural lime? Ashes from burnt woods. Ashes from burnt woods. Just sieve it, get the main ash. If it is, let me take, maybe your concrete pond is 10 feet by 8 feet. You can use up to 30 grams of that ash. Just spray it after draining your pond. You spray it inside, then you add water. After 2 or 3 days, you introduce your fish. And that water that is alkaline, the ash will help to reduce the alkalinity and the acidity of that particular water. Then you can go forward and introduce your water. Then, after knowing the importance of the water and the pH of the water, the next thing for you to know is the fish that you are going to rear. You know, we have different types or species of fishes here in Nigeria, even in West Africa. But the most easiest one that can be reared here is catfish, which belongs to the family of Claridae. Their family is being known as Claridae, catfish. In terms of that catfish, we have species, 2 different types of species of catfish that can be cultured here in Nigeria due to the nature of our water. One, we have the one that we call Clarias. In that Clarias, we have Clarias grappinus and Clarias longifilis. These are the 2 Clarias species of catfish that we have. How can you identify the one that is Clarias grappinus and Clarias longifilis? Clarias grappinus, if you open their jaw, at the lower jaw, you will see under their teeth there is gap in between the teeth. That's the one that we call Clarias grappinus. Then the one that we call Clarias longifilis don't have that gap on their teeth at the lower jaw of their mouth. They don't have the gap in between their teeth. While grappinus have the gap in between their teeth.